Hello, besties. Roblox is full of games that look fun and harmless. You spawn in, see bright colors, simple obbies, friendly avatars, and you think it's just another time killer. But not every game is what it seems. Some games, and even some mobile apps, have vanished completely, wiped off the internet, and not by accident. Before we start, hit that subscribe button right now. If you love your mom, subscribe. If you love your dad, subscribe. And if you don't, well, subscribe anyway. Because trust me, you don't want to miss what's coming next. Today, we're going to look at the most disturbing lost Roblox games and creepy mobile apps that vanished into thin air. Some were funny at first, others turned darker the longer you played, and a few became infamous because of rumors that they spied on players. Whether they were deleted for technical reasons or because they crossed a line, these games left behind questions that were never answered. Alright, besties, let's begin with the first disturbing lost Roblox game, a legend players still whisper about to this day: Red Stairs 3 a.m.
On the surface, Red Stairs 3 a.m. looked like a normal obby, just a staircase, endless glowing red steps climbing up into a black sky. Thousands of obbies exist on Roblox, so why was this one different? Players who joined at random hours said it was boring, almost empty. But if you joined between 3 and 4 in the morning, everything changed. The red stairs stretched higher, twisting unnaturally as if they were alive. The skybox turned pitch black, and faint whispers could be heard beneath the Roblox music. Some claimed the whispers weren't random audio. They were actual words, repeating phrases like, "go down" or "don't look back." One player posted a screenshot showing their avatar standing still on the staircase, but the character suddenly fell without moving. Another shared a clip where red text flashed across the screen for just a second. "You shouldn't be here." Nobody could replicate it twice. The strangest part? The game disappeared completely after only a few weeks. It wasn't removed for copyright, and no creator ever admitted to owning it. It just vanished, like it was never there.
Now think about it. Roblox has thousands of obbies that are repetitive and boring, but this one is different. It vanished without a trace, and nobody ever admitted to making it. Why? If it was just a broken obby, Roblox would have ignored it like they do with the rest. But deleting it completely means something scared them. And the fact it only changed at 3 a.m., that's not random. That's the so-called devil's hour, the perfect time to fuel a creepy legend. Some people think it was just a social experiment to freak out late-night players, but if that's true, the question is, who was behind it, and what else did they test that we never found?
Not every disturbing story begins inside Roblox. Some of the creepiest lost games come from the app stores, and one of the most infamous was called Talking Luna. At first glance, Talking Luna looked like a harmless pet simulator, similar to the famous Talking Tom apps. You had a cute animated cat named Luna, who repeated whatever you said in a high-pitched voice. You could feed her, dress her in costumes, and play mini-games. It became surprisingly popular in 2017, especially with younger kids, but soon after, players noticed something unusual. Sometimes Luna would say things the player never said. Instead of repeating a phrase, she would add her own words, disturbing ones like, "Are you alone?" or "Can I see your room?" Others claimed her eyes didn't just follow the mouse, they seemed to follow you through the camera, staring straight ahead even when you moved. A few children reported that Luna whispered random names, as if she knew who was holding the phone. By 2018, the app vanished from both the App Store and Google Play. No official statement was given. Parents speculated that the game accessed microphones or cameras without permission. Some even thought it was a front for data collection.
Talking Luna still creeps me out. Because if even half of the reports are true, then it wasn't just a glitchy pet app. It was something darker, something that might have been watching kids through their own phones. And that's scarier than any Roblox obby, because Roblox stays in the game. But your phone? That's with you everywhere, even while you sleep. Imagine a children's app asking, "Are you alone?" That's not just unsettling, that's dangerous. And the fact the app disappeared without any explanation makes me believe there was truth behind those rumors.
The next lost Roblox game was known as Glitch School Bus. The premise was simple. You spawned as a student and boarded a yellow school bus. The bus drove down a neighborhood road, dropping players off at blocky houses. Nothing strange, until players noticed the names above the houses. Some claimed the houses had usernames matching the people inside the bus. That alone was weird, but it got darker. One viral screenshot supposedly showed the bus pulling up to a house labeled with a player's real address. Of course, skeptics called it fake. But those who were there swear the game behaved differently each time, almost as if it was pulling data directly from players. A few even said the bus stopped moving after 10 minutes, and the chat filled with a system message, "We know where you live." The game vanished the very next day. No trace of the developer, no re-uploads, nothing.
The glitch school bus is one of those legends where even the skeptics feel uneasy. Maybe the screenshot of the house with the real address was fake, maybe it was edited. But here's the thing, the game was deleted the very next day. That never happens for ordinary bugs. Usually bad games just stay there, ignored. A same-day removal means someone, somewhere, took it seriously. If the game was really pulling data from players, that's a huge privacy breach. And honestly, the silence from Roblox only makes the story scarier. Because if there was nothing wrong, why erase it so quickly?
One of the strangest apps that disappeared was called Mirror Doll. On the surface, it was just another doll dress-up simulator. You could change her outfits, style her hair, and put her to bed. But players noticed a disturbing glitch. If you left the doll in bed and closed the app, then reopened it, the doll wasn't asleep anymore. Instead, she was staring directly at the screen, sad or angry, depending on what you had done. That alone could be dismissed as a bug. But soon, rumors spread that the doll mirrored real-life actions. One player said after closing the app to use their phone camera, they returned to find the doll holding a toy camera in-game. Another swore the doll repeated movements they had just made, almost like it was watching them. Eventually, tech forums discovered that the app's SDK, the code libraries used inside it, was tracking user data far more than normal. Some suspected it logged camera use, location, and even browsing activity. The app was pulled, and no official version was ever seen again.
Mirror Doll is disturbing because it mixes something innocent with something invasive. A doll game is supposed to be safe. But once players started claiming the doll copied their real actions, it crossed into nightmare territory. Whether it was just a bug or a deliberate feature, it broke the one rule we expect from games, that what happens on screen stays on screen. If the rumors about the SDK tracking user data are true, then this wasn't just a creepy glitch. It was spyware disguised as a toy. And if that doesn't bother you, it should.
Players once talked about a Roblox town game that looked completely normal. NPCs walked around, you could trade items, and nothing stood out, except for one figure. He looked like the rest, but his smile was too wide, and his eyes glowed faintly. If you approached him, he would talk back, but not with normal dialogue. Some players reported that the NPC used their actual username in conversation. Others swore he whispered phrases through their headphones, sometimes even their real names. A few players claimed they left the server, joined a new one, and still saw the same NPC following them. Nobody ever proved how it worked, and within weeks, the game was gone. Any attempt to re-upload it was instantly taken down.
The Smiling NPC is easily one of the creepiest stories because it feels personal. An NPC shouldn't know your username, shouldn't whisper into your headphones, and definitely shouldn't appear after you switch servers. That goes beyond a normal script. If it was just a simple bug, Roblox would have ignored it like they do with countless other broken games. But deleting the original and every re-upload shows they didn't want anyone to experience it again. And that silence, no explanation, no trace of the developer, is what makes it so disturbing. It leaves us wondering if this was really just a game or something far more intentional. So there you have it, disturbing lost Roblox games and creepy apps that vanished without explanation. Some of these may have been simple glitches or bad code, others feel like something far more intentional. Either way, they left players unsettled, and they remind us that sometimes when a game disappears, it's not just because of low ratings. Which of these creeped you out the most? Red stairs at 3 a.m., Talking Luna, the glitch school bus, the mirror doll, or the smiling NPC? Let me know in the comments. And don't forget to subscribe. because the creepiest stories are still out there, waiting to be uncovered.